Hi, Angie. How are you today? Okay, today we're gonna review about electricity and magnetism because you have your test. Um, okay, so let's review some of the concepts. Okay, um, remember when we talk about a fuse, this little thing here, and then a circuit breaker. Remember that these are devices that we use to prevent an overflow of electricity. They are like a safeguard. They protect you, so if there's too much electricity, they stop the electric current. Then when we talk about insulators, insulators are something that doesn't carry electricity well. And for example, rubber, glass, oil, a diamond, dry wood, paper. Those are examples of things that don't carry electricity with them. And then we have conductors. Conductors are materials that do carry electricity well. And examples are especially metals, especially copper, like the one that it's inside wires, and salt water. An electromagnet, remember that we learned about that. It's remember that electricity, when we talk about electromagnets, electricity is related to magnetism. One affects the other. So an electromagnet, it's a magnet that it's electric, and it's often used on electric doorbells and also in cranes, like what we learned before. Remember the crane, that machine to lift something heavy up? Benjamin Franklin, he experimented with lightning when he used a kite and he tied a key to the string to see if it would be a conductor. Circuit breaker, remember, it breaks the circuit with using a switch to prevent wires from carrying too much electricity. Here, remember this guy, Volta? He created the wet cell, and it was a type of cell that needed two electrodes, which would be these metals here, copper and zinc, and one electrolyte that was salt water. And he used the electric cell to create electricity. Okay, now we're gonna talk about atoms and what means when an object is electrically charged. When we say that something is electrically charged, it means that either electrons were added or removed, okay, from that atom. If he gained electrons, it, that atom becomes negative. And if he lost electrons, that atom becomes positive, okay? And here I have another example over here. If you have a neutral object, means that it has the same amount of positive and negative atoms. If you have something that is positively charged, means that it has less negative atoms and more positive atoms. And if you talk about something negatively charged, it means that it has more negative atoms than positive, okay? And about the charges we're gonna talking about. Okay, this is a galvanometer. It's a machine that finds and measures small amounts of electricity. Here, the atom, remember that it's the smallest unit of matter. And an atom, it's made of protons, neutrons, which are here, and electrons that are going around. Electrons have a negative charge, neutrons have a neutral charge, meaning no charge, and protons have a positive charge, okay? In the nucleus of the atom, meaning the center of the atom, you have protons here, and neutrons, and they stay there in the nucleus in the center. Electrons are moving around the center of the atom, and electrons can move from atom to atom. Okay, the current, electric current means the electricity flows within a complete circuit. Remember that the circuit has to be closed or complete for electricity to flow. Okay, now that we're talking about charges, we say that something that is made electric, we call it charged. And when we were talking about something can have a positive charge or a negative charge, what I have to say is that there's something curious about electricity, that when you have different charges like these, positive and negative, they attract each other. Like what happened when I stick the balloon on the ceiling, if you watch that video. And when you have the same charges, meaning positive and positive or negative and negative, they repel each other. They want to be away from each other. Okay, the compass, remember when we learned about the compass and the magnet affecting it, and electricity affecting it? It's an instrument that helps you find your way. And the needle, this part here, it's magnetic, and it always points north. A magnet, which we talked before, magnets attract magnetic material like metals, like what it's attracting right now. The greatest pull of a magnet, it's near the poles. Okay, and you can see that on this picture, that these metal bits are going to the poles and not so many to the top part. And they always have a south here and a north pole. A circuit, it's a track for moving current. It's just like a road where electricity moves. Like this, it goes around. A generator, you remember that it's a machine to make electricity and power cities or houses. And a lodestone, it's a natural magnet that you can find in different places in Earth, and it attracts magnetic materials. Okay, Ange, that would be it. That was a quick review, and good luck on your test.